Why? Western fans reacted differently to Naruto's finale than Japanese fans. Naruto has finally ended. Naruto thrilled fans worldwide for many years. But did you know that reactions to the finale were vastly different between Japanese and international fans? Why did opinions diverge about the same ending between Japanese and international fans? This involves differences in cultural values and misaligned story expectations. Today, we'll explore the different perspectives of Japanese and international fans regarding Naruto's finale. Who will Naruto end up with? Differences between Japanese and Western perspectives. One of the biggest topics of the finale was Naruto and Hinata's marriage. Japanese fans' reaction, acceptance and satisfaction. Hinata had always held feelings for Naruto. The movie The Last Naruto the movie thoroughly depicted their relationship. The development of years of one-sided love finally rewarded felt natural to Japanese fans. Looking at Japanese fan forums and review sites, comments like, "I'm glad Hinata was rewarded," and "I've been supporting them from the beginning," were common. Released in 2014, The Last was a major hit in Japan, earning over 2 billion yen at the box office, and was widely accepted as a story depicting Naruto and Hinata's romance. Additionally, in Japanese shonen manga, it's not uncommon for heroines who have watched over the protagonist from afar to be rewarded. For instance, in series like Bleach with Orihime, or Fullmetal Alchemist with Winry, characters who continued to have unwavering feelings often end up with the protagonist. International fans' reaction, confusion and resistance. Much of Naruto's storyline had focused on Naruto and Sakura's relationship. Naruto had expressed his interest in Sakura multiple times, so his sudden pairing with Hinata felt abrupt. Many international fans thought, "I thought he would end up with Sakura." On major international anime forums and social media, voices asking why not Naruto and Sakura, and this development is too sudden were prevalent. Particularly among North American fans, there was a strong sense of disconnect with the protagonist not ending up with the girl he liked from the start. On platforms like Reddit and Tumblr, the Narusaku tag supporting Naruto and Sakura's pairing remained active even after the finale. Some fans even created their own "What if Naruto and Sakura had ended up together" fanfiction. Cultural differences at play? In Japan, being rewarded for unwavering feelings tends to be viewed as virtuous. However, internationally, especially in Western culture, there's a stronger expectation that the protagonist should end up with the main heroine. In Japanese media, never giving up and steadfastness are often portrayed as important values. Hinata's ninja way of never giving up resonates with Naruto's own ninja way, which may have appealed to many Japanese fans. On the other hand, fans familiar with Western storytelling, particularly Hollywood films, tend to expect the heroine who has been central to the story from the beginning, in this case, Sakura, to eventually end up with the protagonist. These differences significantly shaped Japanese and international reactions to the pairing. The outcome of Naruto's dream, Japanese satisfaction, versus international desire for more. Naruto's greatest dream was to become Hokage. In the finale, we finally see Naruto becoming the 7th Hokage. Japanese fans' reaction. Great, his dream came true. With Naruto becoming Hokage, his story concluded. Fans felt a sense of accomplishment as his years of struggle were rewarded. In Japanese reader surveys, responses like "I was moved by seeing his long-held dream come true" and "a perfect conclusion" were common. In reader feedback published by Weekly Shonen Jump, opinions like "couldn't ask for a better ending" and "an ending true to Naruto's character" ranked high. Japanese media also prominently featured assessments like "a fitting end to 15 years of serialization" and brilliantly portrayed the protagonist's growth to completion. International fans' reaction. I wanted to see more of Hokage Naruto. Naruto's story depicted until Naruto became Hokage. However, international fans wanted to see more of how Naruto would perform as Hokage. Many felt it's disappointing to end right at the moment he becomes Hokage. On international anime review sites and video streaming platform comment sections, numerous opinions like "I wish we could have seen more of Naruto as Hokage," and "what I wanted to see most was his life after becoming Hokage" were posted. Particularly among Western fans, there was significant dissatisfaction with time-skipping the Hokage inauguration ceremony and the subsequent few years. Cultural differences at play? In Japan, there's a prevalent idea that a story ends when a dream comes true. However, internationally, particularly in Western storytelling, there's a tendency to prefer thoroughly depicting life after achieving the dream. In Japanese storytelling, especially in shonen manga, goal achievement often marks the end of a story. For example, in One Piece, it's anticipated that the story will conclude when the protagonist Luffy achieves his goal of becoming the Pirate King. In contrast, Western hero stories, especially American ones, often focus on the responsibility that comes with power or status. For instance, Spider-Man consistently portrays the theme, "With great power comes great responsibility." That's why international fans wanted to see more of Naruto as Hokage. Bridge to Boruto, accepted in Japan, versus confusion internationally. The finale emphasized Naruto's son Boruto as the story of the next generation. Japanese fans' reaction. The flow to the next generation is good. It was clearly indicated that Boruto would continue as a story of the new generation. Even though Naruto's story ends, Boruto's story continues was smoothly accepted. In Japanese manga culture, the theme of inheritance to the next generation is popular. Just as Dragon Ball depicted a generational shift from Goku to Gohan and then to Pan, the transition from Naruto to Boruto was naturally accepted. In fact, Boruto-Naruto Next Generations gained high support in Japan immediately after its serialization began, and an anime adaptation was decided at an early stage. International fans' reaction. I wanted Naruto's story to conclude on its own. It's fine that it continues with Boruto. but it doesn't feel satisfying as Naruto's finale. Why is Naruto's last chapter serving as an introduction to Boruto? In international fan communities, opinions like Naruto's story and Boruto's story should have been separated were prominent. Especially on Twitter and Reddit, there were many critical voices saying Naruto's finale feels like an advertisement for Boruto. Some passionate fans felt, this isn't an ending worthy of Naruto's story, and movement to publish their own interpretations. And fan fiction of the finale was also observed. Cultural differences at play? In Japanese storytelling, stories often continue across generations. However, international fans tend to believe a single story should conclude properly. In Japanese manga and anime, story structures premised on generational shifts, like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, are not uncommon. This might be related to Japan's culture that values inheritance and the serialization business model. In contrast, Western entertainment, especially in films and TV dramas, predominantly features stories with clear endings. For example, while the Harry Potter series has an epilogue 19 years later, it doesn't function as an introduction to a new series. Though Fantastic Beasts developed as a separate story, these cultural differences in expectations about how stories should end significantly influenced how the finale was received. Why Naruto's finale was received differently in Japan and internationally. Naruto's finale triggered completely different reactions in Japan and internationally. Differences in romantic values. The Hinata versus Sakura issue. Differences in dream fulfillment. Wanting to see Naruto after becoming Hokage versus ending beautifully here. Differences in generational shift. Naturally accepted in Japan, felt jarring internationally. In other words, reactions to Naruto's finale were influenced by cultural differences. Interestingly, these differences in reaction have gradually changed over time. With the continuation of the Boruto series, more international fans have come to accept the generational shift. Additionally, the international streaming of the last seems to have deepened understanding of Naruto and Hinata's relationship. Nevertheless, differences in expectations due to cultural backgrounds still exist. The contrast between Japanese values of the beauty of never giving up and stories concluding with goal achievement versus Western values of romance with the main heroine and responsibility after achieving goals has been highlighted through Naruto as a global work. If you felt something was off about the finale, it might be due to differences between your values and how the story was portrayed. But one thing is certain: Naruto remains a work loved and discussed worldwide. We will continue to talk about this wonderful story across countries and cultures, making new discoveries from our different perspectives. Look forward to the next episode of Deep Japan Dive JP.